Change can be hard, especially when it feels like you're disrupting something sacred. If you thought that the resistant ERG leader problems were over, you're a little bit wrong, and episode 6 of The Bear explores this a little bit more. Teaching ERG program managers how to navigate change management while also still honoring and respecting what has been done. Building on the progress from the dogs episode, the team is starting to see the system working. Sydney is fired up. She has a ton of ideas, but Carmi helps her to pump the brakes, explaining to her that it's a delicate system and you don't want things to happen too fast. This is already a lesson. Sometimes when you have some wins, you are going to want to see some things happen. Even then, you might say, I think now that we're having these wins, our ERG program has developed into a new level. It's a win, a singular win, maybe a handful of wins, but it does not necessarily mean that your program is ready for the next level just because you've experienced some wins. Truly, a prerequisite of scaling something is to sustain success over a period of time. This way you know that it works before trying to take something to the next level or add something new. Now, I said our detractor problems weren't over, so does that mean that Tina has switched up again? No, there's another detractor. I told you all, ERG programs typically have more than one. And in this case, I wouldn't even really consider him an ERG leader because he's not technically a chef. He's more so like a stakeholder. Let's view him as a stakeholder of the program. Who is the detractor in this case? Maybe a partner of the program who feels that things were better how they were done before. Richie, our new detractor, actually he always was one, but anyway, he truly embodies the resistance that comes with change. He warns Sydney, things can't happen too fast, and to be fair, in Richie's defense, he has a deep emotional tie to this restaurant. His argument is that the old system was built on the relationships and the culture of the space from what it was before, when his best friend was running it while he was still alive. While Richie's argument is mostly rooted in nostalgia and fear, there are some kernels of truth in there. Sustainable change requires a respect of the existing culture that already was there. As the episode unfolds, we see Richie grappling with the changes that have happened all around him. He longs for the restaurant to go back to what it used to be. But Tina, who was once resistant herself, pushes back. She tells Richie that the place is actually really nice now in comparison to what it was before. And as a chef under this new system, aka as an ERG leader under this new structure, that things are good for the first time in a while. This to me was definitely a standout moment. To watch someone who was a detractor at one point become an advocate, she actually leaves an impression on Richie with that. Her journey really underscores why consistency is so important when it comes to change management. By sticking to the system, Sydney and Carmi created an environment where even the skeptics could succeed and eventually become advocates for the new approach. Quick round of lessons. Acknowledge the history. Honestly, it does help for the people who are holding on, but also remain consistent. Lovingly pump the brakes. As someone who manages an ERG program or even manages an ERG program manager, pump the brakes and also give context on why that's important. Help folks to understand that just because we've had some wins doesn't mean that we need to go around and continue to make more changes preemptively.